Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for combos.
Let's see how long the opponent lets us do cool things.
Triggers. What is happening? Commanders.
In my opinion, the most broken deck you're gonna see.
Monkeys. This is Historic Brawl. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are playing Rusco Clockmaker in Historic Brawl. This is a control deck that is here to destroy or discard or counter all of the opponent's threats, then play Rusco, tick up the clock, draw fresh 7 cards, and use that to completely outvalue the opponent. But CGB, if you blink Rusco, you get extra No questions. No questions. This is unequivocally the correct build, even though all the other builds that you've seen like to blink Rusco a lot. We've cut most of those effects down, Essence Flux being the only one that remained, and that's because the version that makes a ton of clocks was wonderful in the play queue, but in the hell queue, everybody comes prepared. They're going to counter your Rusco. They're going to kill your Rusco in response to the blink spells. They're going to strip your hand. Or they're just going to do something more powerful while you're sitting around trying to blink your commander. So while that was a very fun version of the deck that I actually miss sometimes, if I'm being perfectly honest, this version's better for the hell queue in most situations where we simply want to completely shut down our opponent's game plan and treat Rusco more like Atraxa. It's a draw 7 in the command zone. You just have to wait for it to go off. That's what you need to know about the build and the direction I'm trying to take the deck, but a quick reminder before we jump into the gameplay. The standard content is coming. I believe this will come out on Monday, which means on Tuesday we'll be doing a live stream with the new Ixalan cards and then playing standard for a considerable amount of time after that. So before you panic, you can also check out the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel, which, if everything goes according to plan, will be releasing my first look at a dinosaur deck today. So go check out that channel. I'll probably have a link in the description if I remember to do everything right. So don't panic, standard is coming. But enjoy the Historic Brawl while it's here. Rusco, like when people ask me what my favorite commander is, it's probably Rusco. Rusco is a little bit toxic, and so am I. I'm a control mage. And I think that this card is an absolutely sweet way of implementing alchemy. I like the alchemy cards that make use of cards that already exist in the game, like the way that Rusco here makes use of Midnight Clock. We also know now who designed the Midnight Clock, if that were an important detail. And if Rusco showed up in a future Eldraine set, I was kind of disappointed he wasn't in the latest one, we'd be like, oh yeah, that guy. The Clockmaker. So alchemy done right. A lot of props to this deck. I enjoy it a lot, and I'll see you guys in Ixalan Standard. Now let's go enjoy the games. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. What's this, Ragavan? Nemesis. My God, since Ragavan came to Historic Brawl, suddenly we have a true enemy. I keep this because it kills Ragavan very well and many times. Basically, you're under threat. You will spend the entire game under threat. Hope you don't mind being under threat. Yeah, we'll just go for the throat. This can hit planeswalkers. Planeswalkers happen. But it also means we have to kill all of the creatures. Excellent. I have a plan. Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Who dis? Probably dead. That's the way it goes. But the value's in the clock. Oh my gosh, they didn't kill it yet. I just assume they always have Lightning Strike even in Historic Brawl. Singleton. Oh my goodness. Ragavan is back. Let's cast the Narset. See if we can see some sweet cards.
I know 88 ways. I have just the trick for this.
I got 88 problems, but Ragavan ain't one. Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure all they did was cast their commander and it died twice. And, you know, that just ain't gonna win you many games of Historic Brawl. Atraxa, you're not a monkey. You're not black mana. It's not a good hand. This is a very bad hand. I guess it's better. We'll put the pact away. Yeah, rough spot. Rough spot. We're down 2 cards to start with against a deck that if it ever resolves its commander, it goes up by like 5 or 6 cards. That's not a good place to be. But we just gotta draw some card draw and get a little bit ahead. Do we miscast that? I think we do. You fight against ramp in this deck. If the Atraxa actually comes down, you're just so done. Guess we'll go black. Scry it up. Get that languish out of here. Good scry. We'll find out quickly if they have counter magic. If they play a blue source, leave it open. These Atraxa decks in Hell Queue, they honestly just don't seem to have an identity. Just seems to be all counter spells, discard spells, and removal spells. Identityless control. It's a pretty good draw on the Signet. We'll see if they try to blow it up. Tasha, out of here. You're gonna have to try that again. Rusco! You hear the clock ticking. Didn't expect a Tasha. I wonder how that card holds up. Key. Strong. What do they do with it? Extinction event in the bin. TikTok. No land drop. Mind Spike. That's a top deck. But let's start with draw 3. Very big draw 3 there. Let's spike them. Farewell Emergent Ultimatum, huh? And they took a regrowth. An offer you can't refuse. Well, if this spell resolves, we'd lose. The good news is they have a white source, which means they need 2 more lands to cast it. If they cast the Farewell, they get rid of their own key, so I don't think they do that. Tasha, I'm not that worried about. And the regrowth gets back whatever I take. What gives them the most trouble? They need an untapped land to cast Atraxa. Regrowth. So they don't get that land for freeze. Yep. They can't cast this as long as they have a basic plains. They need 8 mana to cast Ultimatum, so I've got a little time. That's rude, but let it resolve, I suppose. I'm glad they top decked that instead of a land. They take the vision, but I can cast this impulse. Weird.
Fight fair.
All right, Tasha pluses. They have offer.
Anything cheeky now.
You want to do anything about this impulse? You want to give me some treasure? That time warp will draw that'll draw the offer. I'm sure it will. Maybe we can draw a miscast. Debt to the Kami. Exile a creature or enchantment. None of those. So we can go for the time warp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get 2 back, 3. We come up 1 short of activating Hall if they use offer. It's just getting the Tasha off the field sounds too good, so we will. Don't really worry about the -1/-1 counter here. Rusco doing some face damage I think is fine. It's still a very effective 2/2. Honestly, if they had made Rusco at 2/2, I still think the card would be great. If they farewell artifacts, ooh. Ooh, no, they don't. They leave me with the clock. Okay. Okay. It's all falling apart for them. They didn't leave up their offer because they never drew their land. We get a fresh 7. Yeah, they're dead in the water. The mirror, gross. Okay. Rusco v. Rusco. The language is not good. The language is not good. Is everything else good? Having a counterspell is nice. They'll probably just take it, though. We are on the play. Yeah. I think we keep. And we go straight to the Thoughtseas, which will probably take their Thoughtseas, or Dark Ritual, or Wash Away. The like 3 nastiest cards in the format. The true battle of this game, though. Can somebody resolve and protect a Narset? Well, their hand's not very good. Their hand's not very good. Should we take the Planeswalker that's hard to deal with? Should we take the potential hand fixer and Brainstorm? Should we take the Mana Rock? I think I take the Planeswalker. I don't have a counterspell at the moment. Obviously, a Brainstorm can fix that, but it does have to be in their top 3. Shuffle effect. No shuffle effect, and it looks like an all-runs Epiphany. Ooh, yay, a tapped land. Just what I needed more of. Oh, all right. If they tap out for the Celestis, am I going for the Rusco? Yeah, I am. Everything just slightly off in the lands that we drew, but you got to make the most of it. All right, no Wash Away in sight. Tick-tock. Will the opponents start their own clock, or will they deal with ours? Or worst case scenario, both. All right, you got a clock, I've got a clock. Everything's fine. I would like you to sacrifice, exile a creature you control. I have 3 mana open. I am a threat. I gotta think about whether or not to fight over this, if they even really can. Sometimes you just want them to think you could counter something. And sometimes you actually do. Siren's Ruse. Yep, makes a clock, but they have to return it to the battlefield, which means it's still a potential victim to the debt to the Kami. If I had a normal removal spell, it would not be very effective there. But now they lead in clocks, 2-1. Their clocks are pretty close together, though. That can be good. Sometimes they don't get an opportunity to get max value out of one clock or the other. Supreme Will. Let's see if they have an answer to this. That's your mystical dispute. Okay. 3rd clock. It's getting scary. Blot out. Pretty good. That's a lot of land and not what we're looking for. Drop them to 16. It's weird, but we almost kind of want these clocks to go off in quick succession. So them just casting their commander and blinking it over and over. If enough of these go off, then they actually go down in mana. We could also draw Cyclonic Rift. And we are on 9. We'll see if they can solve our clock. You have to believe this is Alrund's Epiphany. Almost always is. Yep. Okay. Hard mode. Hard mode for sure. There's a brainstorm. I mean, I don't really want to languish this, but with an Alrund's Epiphany out, things get really scary. U7. Wash away Mystical Dispute. Time Warp. I think I already played the land, though. Too bad. Now what? Our opponent has too much mana. The Wash Away, though, can go right after the Alrund's Epiphany. They block this, they probably would. I think we just wait. They're at 14. Don't think we're going to win this game by just slamming in there. Let's just go to end step and discard one of these lands that we don't need. Are you ready for a war? Gross. What the hell am I supposed to do about that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 mana is what they'll have. I guess I have to let that happen? There's still a lot that could work out for us. If I go for this Essence Flux and I fail, it's a bit of a disaster, but we do need another clock on the battlefield. Last card, a removal spell. I would prefer it be a land. Well, I know it's on top and it's land, so thank you, opponent. I did just brainstorm. But that's a perfect last card to have, too. The value's insane. They're up to 11 on that clock. And they're very likely to have a removal spell in my next 3. Don't know why they're tanking so hard on this. It's not that bad if I have a clock on 1 versus their 7 clocks or whatever. Okay, they're going to try to pop a clock now. Uh-huh. Now, can I keep them from ever untapping? Is that going to do me much good? Probably not, but we'll see what we can do. Staff of Completion. I can proliferate their clocks to pop them. Might be good. But no removal spell in hand is a bit atrocious. Okay. I guess I want... Do I want them to be close? Yeah, I want them to be close together. If we can actually proliferate all of them and pop them all, the opponent doesn't get that opportunity to make endless advantage out of it. Which is pretty wild, but here we are. So, opponent, one of your clocks is going off. What about that? deck. What are you doing? Consistently a few good draws away from delight and happiness. Hit them with another clock. Any response? Potential response, I think. Yeah, holding priority. You got a stifle? I guess I don't like that. Pop that one. Let's grow this one. I want these two to be on the same level so they go off at about the same time. Eight and 9. Okay, let's draw. Thirst. What's Thirst gonna do? Not as much as I'd like, that's for sure. But I guess we can kill the Spark doubled one. And still try to counter an Allrun's Epiphany. And hope for the best. So bad. If they have a counterspell for the counterspell, we dead. No way around it, really. Ooh, okay. What you doing? What you doing there? You're about to draw 7 more. What does Solve get here? Maybe they just want to shut down my clock. They get Karn's Temporal Sundering. Okay. I mean, Mystical Dispute gets there. But if they have a counter for it, we done. I think we're done. I guess they're going to draw a new 7 here. And then they're almost out of clocks, which is wild. Oh, come on. Resolve, 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 resolve. Oh, please, one time. Unreal. All right, there's another 7, and they've got another 7, and their last clock going off on my turn. Can they do something about this clock while I'm tapped out? Do they have it? Wild. I'm telling you, man, sometimes things happen. Last clock. Vision. I can put all of these on the stack on the opponent's turn. They're at... I could also just try to hit them with the haul. I don't think that will actually work out very well. What's the commander tax on this? 6 more? Ooh, if they have to block with that, that's kind of absurd. Okay. Okay. $11 life is not that much. What you got? Yeah, you have to chump. Life total go too low. Fatal Push. I don't think they have Revolt. They do have Revolt. What left the battlefield this turn? Am I missing? Oh, their clock did. I'm fine. This is fine. Yeah, their clock left the battlefield. My bad, my bad, my bad. It's fine. All right, they only have 1 mana open, so I think we go for... No, we could proliferate it now, but I think we just pass. We'll see if that works out for us. All right, on the stack, put the counter on, put the 12th hour counter on, and have the response here. Tail's End. I will attempt to counter that. Offer. Okay. We can, yeah, with offer coming, we have 2 treasures, right? So wow. Okay. So resolve this, make the treasures. Wait, now we can pay for a mystical dispute now, then pack the tail's end. Stack battles, baby. Oh, you're gonna lose a lot of life for that one. They've decided to die on the hill of this midnight clock, which is, I don't know, man. Not every midnight clock draws what you need. That's really good. See, we got all the land out of the deck. So now we're ready to rumble. Also, look how much mana they use. Look at their life total. Look at the Hall of the Storm Giants lurking. They chose to die on this hill, and die they shall. Oh, I've got a pack trigger to pay for. Also, they get a life. Not quite over. Still think I have enough for the haul, but not with any kind of like counter magic protection like I would like. Okay. Go blue. Power up. We're gonna put him on 1. One little Rusco trigger, could be game over. Although that Celestis is trying to do some work. So this costs so much to cast, and we actually burned all of their midnight clocks. So it's not easy to get Rusco back in the battlefield. Here comes the Epiphany. We have enough mana to fight over it, and it makes birds. So I feel like we should fight over it. See if they counter the counter here. They had run out of them. It appeared in the upkeep a turn ago, but they have a Spell Pierce. Which means we definitely did everything in the right order with the packed turn to have the 2 treasures. And now they've got blockers. What a game. Our commander is 10. So that they have 2 3 mana left over. 3 mana. Ooh, into the red zone. Bold. Certainly sends a message that they have another turn. Wow. Okay, only 2 in a row right now. I'm sure this is fine. Greedy Seagate Restoration. Perfect timing. Perfect mana. I thought we had this. I thought we had pulled it off. Well, let's be clear. I thought we had lost this. I thought we had no shot. Then I thought we had pulled it off and gotten back in it. And now I'm pretty sure we're going to lose again. No, Rusco retakes the field. If we're going to do something, it has to be now while they're down to just 4 mana. They're still attacking. Oh my god. Okay. And this card is bad because of the birds. These are both 2 mana removal spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4. Untapped land. So we can have bind, miscast, grasp. Push. How do I get revolt? I don't. Don't get revolt. They probably have blink cards, right? That's the issue. How expensive are those blink cards? I can destroy a permanent I own. That can give me revolt. basically turns this into another removal for 1 mana. If they're going to blink, we want them to blink against the mastery first. And away we go. We definitely want to do all this before anything else, because they gain a life when they put a spell on the stack. This is my hall mana, which means I have 4 other mana. I have miscast, bind, maybe push. Although I'm not sure what it would take to get pushed to have revolt here. They spend 3 mana on a wash away. That's huge. That is huge. I should miscast that while I can. Or should I let that I should let it resolve, because they don't draw the card. They might draw a key card. Also just to play with their heart. Look how close the life totals got there. And then we still have bind. We're gonna get it. We are gonna get it. We got it. We got it. I was gonna lose and I was gonna win and I was gonna lose and now I won. That is the awesomest magic. Ragavan, my friend. Little torture monkey. You're gonna die. I go first. What happens on turn 2? Nothing. Spell Pierce and the Inquisition are pretty good. Okay, so I turn to Inquisition you. Yeah, I gotta keep a Dark Ritual handy even if I can't remove a Ragavan, right? I have to. It's a Dark Ritual hand. Ritual is like one of the busted cards in the format. Besides, maybe they won't play Ragavan. If you're running a Ragavan deck and you actually care about whether or not you win or lose in Historic Brawl, and your opponent keeps their first 7, you should assume the Ragavan's dead. Now, in this case, it's not, because I am a maniac. Gimme. Oops, all creatures. What do we do here? What's the play? Well, our Spell Pierce can hit the Warfare, so that's good. What are they going to cast next turn that I care about? I mean, Lizard Blades, maybe? So I guess I take that. They might cast the Annex here off the treasure. A lot of people hoard their treasure. They get a Tail's End. Doesn't mean much. Yeah, they're gonna go for the Annex. Sure. Alrighty. So we Dark Ritual. We Rusco. Double blue available. Play black. Pass turn. See what the opponent does. Probably go for Mech Warfare. We Spell Pierce it. Two cards in graveyard. Could block here, but then not clear when the Rusco will come back out because we need an untapped land. House's Intervention. Let's get the Time Warp cast. Extra turns are fun. Yeah, I'm feeling saucy. What? I'm taking the fight to you. Do we try to hit a land with that intervention? Nah. No. Patience. Counter. Seven on the clock. No more Ragavan. You do get a Satyr. Wonder why they didn't cast the Grim Lavamancer before combat for some extra damage, but I don't know. Maybe they had a plan. Our Word Kill. That's a card. All right, 15. I'm kind of the beatdown right now. Interesting. Not what you'd expect. So they can exile 2 cards to deal 2 damage to something. I don't think I care very much. They also don't have anything to get back with the adversary. They're just the ghosts of mono red past come to make me angry. Gotta be ready for that Ember Cleave. Don't forget, it can't block. You gotta send a message. There you go. Get in there. Can't counter that with the intervention, sadly. All right, if I cast this now, the clock trigger will resolve first. I didn't know it would make their head explode. Amazing. I hate mono red, you hate mono red. Since we all hate mono red, they are lame. I can't make this up, man. What happened to my historic Brawl? It used to be a place of class and dignity. Removal, please. Thank you. We used to just try to paradox engine each other. It was good format. Oh man. Wow, they really had to think about that turn 1. It's fine. I got go for the throat here. I'm fine. This is fine. Dead monkey. Vindictive Flame Stoker. With sticky fingers. Great. Flux is good. Fable. Fable. Yeah, that's a lapsable card. Fable on 3, very good. Don't like that. Don't like that. Rusco, baby. You hear that? Clock's ticking. Swifty. Yeah? And what? Fable. Heck of a card. What else you got? Just you? I think I'm saving the Flux. I'm waiting for them to target Rusco, because I think it's coming. I think it's coming. Here, kitty kitty. Well, that makes me wish I'd done this before. Still really good. What you got? Now we want to save this until they target the kitten. You know they wanna. They cast Strangle. Okay. Well. What can the kitten do here? We don't really want to double target the Rusco, but the kitten flickering itself, that's fine. They'll probably respond to it by killing it. What if we flicker the clock? If we flicker the clock, we have another blue source open. The clock just resets. That's unfortunate. I don't really want to reset the clock. I guess... I guess we may as well just hit the Rusco twice. It's fine. It won't work. We'll only get one clock. But there will be no strangle. Play your Ragavan. Play it. Okay. They left the Flame Stoker. They put the Flame Stoker in the red zone with 4 counters on it. It means they might draw the cards. We could double block it here. They have a combat trick, though. It's such a blowout, right? Let's go here. Ragavans play combat tricks. It happens. All right, they've got a lot of mana. They can definitely draw 4 with the Stoker if they want it. You can also just cast Ragavan. The smashing on both? Oh, that's nasty. What a perfect card to have. That works. I did get 2 cards and I got a clock out of my kitten. But really need another land right there. Now what? Now what? I mean, I guess we just have to keep going for it. The life gain, the blocker, it's very important. And the mana, of course. Stuck on 4. Having clocks on the battlefield makes a big difference. There's that Fable token. This would be a good game for a Languish. Oh my god.
Fire, huh? Oh, yep. You're flammable.
What a lucky son of a gun. So bad, man. It's so bad. All right, we're on 7. It's not that much damage, though. But it sure seems like a disaster. What could they possibly need all that mana for? Okay. We don't have any cards left. They might go for this Flame Stoker. I would if I were them, but they just won't. Okay, we tick. It's only 1 mana to try to draw 4. Of course, we have the Tail's End. They don't necessarily know that. Ooh, that hits the Chandra. Out of there. Clock going to 11. They're gonna go for it now. Nope. They refuse. They're an obnoxiously good Ragavan player, I must say. There it is. What is this? For haste? Come on. When it attacks, we'll flame counter it, then seek a card with mana value equal to the number of flame counters on it. Exile it face down. When it dies, you put them into your hand. At the beginning of the end step of your next turn, discard. Funky. Why wouldn't they make a copy of it with the reflection? I don't understand. That's like free value. That's their first, in my opinion, that's their first blunder. Maybe they're a little rattled. Let's put a counter on this clock. And then on upkeep, Tap for mana. Resolve. Clock goes off. Rift. Rift. Is that the play? I think it has to be. We have the floating mana. Let's do it. We're at 7. Pretty low. What they got in graveyard? They've got 6 cards. I don't need the counter spell necessarily. The Drown in the Lock will do. Plaza off the top. That thing. I think we let it resolve. It doesn't have any flame counters on it now. Go for Fable. All right, we've got choices. We could take 4 to counter Fable. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Mind Spike does not hit Swifty. We got to get you on the field. If we do that, it's all our mana. We can't afford that either. So we have to drown. Got to remember this Plaza. 6 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Potentially good. Pass. These clocks might be going off too close together. It's possible I never should have put the hour counter on it. We'll figure it out, though. Big draws here. What you got? The mountain becomes something else. Ragavan with 1 mana open. If I have to take 1 from casting this counter spell, or I could take 1 from the Swift Spear. I think I'm supposed to just play the counter spell. I'm sure I am. Is their mental stamina wavering? Have I tilted them into oblivion? What's the matter, Mono Red? Don't like your 1 mana monkey getting countered? Have I lost you? How's the keyboard? Is the keyboard intact? Your mouse hasn't flown across the room, has it? And then they quit Magic. This learned hand Ragavan player was never heard from again. They clicked uninstall. How dare their 1 mana busted 2/1 creature, the best 1-drop in all of Magic, ever get killed or removed? What kind of a monster would do such a thing? This guy. I'll play it out, even though I'm solo. It's fine. I don't mind. Ooh, Dark Ritual, like that. Dark Ritual. Trigger clock. Ah, it's beautiful. All right, do I have anything to do with the mana, though? Not really. Too bad. But I think it's over. I think they're not coming back. It's a shame. They had real potential. They gave me an absolute run for my money. I think I pulled out some of my precious hairs on my head when that Chandra hit the battlefield. Another one bites the dust. Another monkey bites the dust. A brief post-game wrap. Kill Ragavan. Everywhere you see it, destroy that monkey. Let no monkey go unpunished. Show them what we're about. It used to be that you could build your deck completely around countering the opponent's commanders because our historic brawl, especially Hellq, was a big old slog between mid-range and control, you know, prismatic bridges and fairies and all that. And now, monkeys. Everywhere I look, pirate monkeys. As far as the eye can see. What the heck happened? So, kill them. Adjust. Add more removal. Destroy them. Mulligan wisely. Destroy them. Run them out of town. It's the only way to reclaim our historic brawl. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next one. Remember, Standard, probably starting tomorrow with a live stream. Standard is coming back. You're cool. Hey guys, CovertGoBlue, your one and best of one here with an important announcement. New playmat! Yes! We have the CovertGoBlue Dinosaur Rider playmat with beautiful art of me, CGB, riding a beautiful dino from Andrea Garcia. Andrea Garcia has done it again with this absolute beautiful playmat and the cannon, and I'm wearing a pirate hat. What more could you possibly want? You can get this sweet playmat and the sweet new token as well in a bundle at coolstuffinc.com/CGB. That's CovertGoBlue HQ for those of you who have heard the ad a few times. Coolstuffinc.com/CGB. Check out the CovertGoBlue Dinosaur Rider playmat bundle. It is officially released on October 20th, and get yours today for the easy price of $19.99. And when you're there, use the promo code CGB5 to get a discount on all your purchases at coolstuffinc.com. So get the Dino Rider playmat and the Dino Rider token for just $19.99 plus a discount for using CGB5 at coolstuffinc.com/CGB. Order today.